What's up, guys? It's Taylor here
And Breeze's Pieces.
on another episode of What's Cooking. So on this episode, it's just going to be us talking about different current events and giving our inputs on what we think.
Yeah. But before we start, y'all like Breeze's Pieces? I feel like I need a new nickname. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, that's funny.
It is?
Yeah,
All right.
Breeze's
I mean, listen, it
Pieces.
was a shorty that gave it to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Breeze's
If you're watching
Pieces.
this, shout out to you, but we might have to change that.
Little copyright infringement.
What they gonna call you, Tipsy Tay?
Just call
That's
me
what we
Taylor.
calling you, Tipsy Tay?
They can't call me Cinderella because Disney will be coming after me.
Yeah, we know the backstory with that one too. That's an insider.
Yeah.
But you said copyright infringement. You try to sub me with the Shein stuff?
Yo, Shein, everybody's getting hit with a RICO nowadays. I didn't even know
Shit.
Shein. I didn't know Shein could get hit with a RICO.
Yeah, because Shein probably did one drill song that nobody knows about.
But ironically, it's not even drug related.
Nah, I know.
And I thought RICO charges had to do with drugs, murders, and all of that. So this is new to me,
Me too.
They are dealing with copyright infringement. So for those who don't know what copyright infringement is, you're taking somebody's design and selling it as your own. So like, you know, y'all people who sell them fake bags, that y'all be selling them on Instagram. Yeah, you could get sued by like Louis Vuitton and stuff. Like they have people in these companies who go around and look for people who's knocking off their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's kind of like that one pop-up shop we went to. There was that one table. There was this family. It was like a girl and her mom, and the mom was like, "Nah, I don't wanna get on camera." I'm like, "Okay, makes sense though."
yeah, because she know what she was doing. I'm like, listen, hey, some people will buy the fake stuff, hey, but I wouldn't do that.
Nah.
It's too much risk. And like, you know, them people in like Chinatown, like, yo, where did I go? I went to Ruth's Chris on 59, what is that, 51st Street in the city?
Yeah, Midtown.
Around the corner, like on 8th Avenue. Oh, I keep in this thing. They had a layout of all of the designer bags. And they had some good fakes too. I had to double back and look to see like, hold up. Is that a real bag that they selling? I'm like, got me looking at people like, who bag is real? Who bag is fake?
I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, I mean, as a smart consumer, you always want to buy things at discount, but I be seeing people like making fun of people who buy things on like clearance when it's like on a Saks clearance or a Neiman's clearance or a Nordstrom rack. I'm just like, but you want these things for the low, right?
Right.
So,
Listen, I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I don't pay full price for none of my designer
Me
shades.
neither.
None of them. Why would I pay $400 when I could just pay one something? Like I got like 2 Dior shades, some Gucci ones, some Fendi's, and I always go on Nordstrom Rack to look. Nordstrom Racks,
Saks
or
or
Fifth. Because the only thing is, right, it's out of season.
yeah, I was gonna
Doesn't
say a
mean
lot of
it's
my
out
stuff
of
out of
style.
season.
Like out of season don't mean it's out of style. So like they
Yeah,
gotta
'cause
get rid
people
of their
gas me on
stuff. So
Instagram.
they're just gonna mark it down and sell it. They not just gonna give it away. So
Yeah, because it's like at the end of the day, people could gas you on Instagram too. Be like, oh, he's wearing Gucci, he's wearing Dior, he's wearing this, he's wearing that. It's like, well, it's probably something from like 2016. But I mean, hey, who's judging?
right.
At the end of the day, people are just so obsessed with the name brand. They're not even thinking about what year is it, like even with Gucci belts, right? Like Gucci went from, you know, the double G's on the belt. Now now it's the gold. It was the silver buckle. Well, they had different colors.
They got silver, gold. They have a whole.
No,
bunch.
they did, but then it's like they went with the snake belts, right? Where it's just the snake print. Now they have like the 2 gold ones, but it's like the G's are in like a different font.
Right.
Like it's a different format on it.
Yeah, it's like it's not the ones that go like this. It's like 2. Jesus, I have one. I have
Well,
one.
like yesterday at the event, the what do you call it? The Road Connections event. I wore a Gucci belt from like I had that since like 2017. The leather is like getting old and stuff. Like it's just so worn out.
I have my mom's vintage Gucci bag from 1985. She said that was the first designer bag she ever bought. I think she said she paid like $85 for it. But that design is classic. So, but I mean, and when you're paying that much money for those items, you want them to last long. Like you're not paying $10,000 for a bag, over $1,000 for a bag just to have it for a year. Like you take care of your stuff, you want longevity, and sometimes those vintage pieces hit differently. Like
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, it's like I didn't post a picture yet, and I don't know if you posted a picture of that bag yet, but I guarantee you, when we post those pictures, about to be mad likes, a bunch of people. She got Gucci bag. Oh, you got Louis Gucci belt, whatever. Like people just gassing it up and whatnot. So it's just like people are kind of just too obsessed with like materialistic things. As much as people try to say they're not, we all
They
are.
are. Yeah.
Like even the people who say they're not into that stuff, it's like okay, you might not be into let's say clothing, but you might want a foreign car. Of course, everybody wants a mansion, a penthouse, whatever. So in a way, we kind of are materialistic. Doesn't matter how you put it.
It's like sometimes when you get those items, it's just like, like I wanted this so bad, now I have it. I'm just like, oh, it's just like, it's whatever now. Like, I'll carry this bag to go to the grocery store. When I first got it, I'm like, oh no, this is my special bag. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, so speaking on the topic of law, so we just spoke on the RICO case. There's also been a lawsuit that's finally been settled for all the crypto heads out there. I know and talk about, so the SEC lost their lawsuit against Ripple, XRP. And a lot of people have been going crazy because they feel like XRP is going to be like the premier crypto when it comes to like, I guess you could call it like a USD based crypto where it's like this is going to be what takes over like the dollar itself. Like people aren't going to carry cash. They're going to have crypto wallets or what do you call it, ledgers full of XRP to pay for things.
What
or
is
like
XRP?
Just so XRP it's a type of crypto. It's called Ripple,
Okay.
right? And they like ever since there's been a lot of buzz, they ended up in a lawsuit. I don't remember what the lawsuit was about per se, but they ended up in a lawsuit. And all I remember was my crypto wallet was frozen. I couldn't buy any XRP, couldn't withdraw it, nothing, right? And the price was going up. A lot of people were making money, they just couldn't withdraw it. And then the price ended up falling again. But, when the lawsuit was over this past week, I think it was this past week, price shot up. I think we went from like 31 cents to like 91 cents in like the first few hours of that lawsuit being over. So it's like a lot of people were just, jump on the bandwagon, especially traders too, people finding their ways of buying it, VPNs or through trading platforms and stuff. They just been going crazy, just spamming, the buy button, just trying to buy as many as they can because they seen what happened with Bitcoin. So everybody try to get on this wave right now. And I respect it, but I feel like, this is how a lot of people get stuck, right? Through FOMO, right? Failure of missing out for those who don't know. And I feel like because of FOMO, we're never gonna really be. I can't really say that. I was gonna say we could never really enjoy, like, I guess you could say the profits that come with price because I feel like, prices gonna fluctuate just because of that. But that's not necessarily true. But I feel like because of FOMO, though, at the same time, you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna come off as gurus thinking they know it all.
Right.
And they're gonna try to, tell you, oh, I've been new, Ripple's gonna go up. Oh, you should start buying now. Oh, I've been buying since 2020. And then, maybe when they bought at 2020, that shit probably just dropped as soon as they bought it anyways. But nonetheless, though, I feel like it should be a sign to tell people like, okay, like we got a lot of, new ways of just technology advancing in the sense that, not just technology advancing in the sense of like actual gadgets and stuff, but also too technology advancing in terms of how we deal with money, how we deal with just anything that has to do with our lifestyles per se. Because, like I said, eventually you're just gonna go. Like people tap their credit card now, but now we're gonna start tapping crypto on the, on the registers and stuff like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe something.
So I don't know. Y'all crypto heads out there, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But I think for now, it's probably gonna be chill. And then we're probably gonna see a lot of the FOMO people get wiped out. And then when people start to give up on crypto again, you're gonna see that rise, and I'm gonna be a rich man. And yeah, you're gonna see me come on here with a big XRP chain and like the watches and stuff. Nah,
you get rich, let
I
me
ain't
get
gonna do all
$1.
that.
Let me get. I just want $1. That's
I'll give you 10. I'll give you 10.
Give me 10.
I'll be
All right,
generous.
all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a list of things I wanted to like dive into. Oh yeah, there we go. So as I just said, chains and jewelry and all that, signs of wealth, right? And I feel like when it comes to wealth, there's a lot of people who never had money before. So what they do, what I like to call still things, right? If you know what I mean when I say still. But they like to do still things, and because of that, you have people that do things that you just sit back and you question why. And one of those, and a group of those people I think about are, it's unfortunate, but the submarine people, right? It's like, I feel like once you get a certain point of money, yes, you're gonna do a lot of crazy things with it. But it's like, what the hell? Like, what do I like? If how much it costs? Like 300,000, 400,000, whatever, to go on that submarine.
I have no.
I don't want to bought another car. I ain't gonna lie. That's just me.
That's when you just rich and you just bored. Like you've done everything. You seen everything. Like you just bored. Like why?
That's how I'll be thinking.
And then the story, I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. If they had survived that, I'm sure there's multiple people that, like, thousands of people who in their lifetime who've done it. But it's just like, if these people survive, would we be talking about it? No. But
they didn't even have a toilet in that stuff.
Maybe something else would have happened. Wait, there's no toilet? So what did they do?
They died.
They pee in a bag?
They died. I think they died. I think they were saying they died the first day. Like as soon as they got down there, it combusted. But they was just dragging the story out for days.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
You wasn't paying attention to it? No.
I thought it was just
possible. It combusted. Am I using the right word?
Yeah, combustion is when it's just like
Yeah, they're saying that it combusted the same day. Like
wow.
Yeah.
So what would they look? They were just wasting time looking for nothing at that point.
The news, the media, they need a story.
I guess submarine parts.
Ratings. You need a story.
That's true.
Like
we love a good storyline. Especially in sports.
And the internet was eating that story up. I mean, listen, why are you going to see the Titanic?
I mean, listen, like the cliche is always, oh, it's not my money. I'm not going to tell people how to spend their money. But it's like, at the same time, the people with money do try to tell you how to spend your money. That's why you have these big investment panels with multi-millionaires coming through and telling you. But then when you
do stuff like that, you put other people at risk to go look for you.
It's just funny though, because it's like, again, people telling you at these big events, oh, this is what you should do in your 20s. This is what you should do in your 30s. This is how you build generational wealth. And then they go turn around and waste like 500,000 plus to go do something like that. And it's
these
just
people
like,
are getting paid to do
I mean, hey.
It's so funny. These people are getting paid to say stuff like that. Like, so that's why like some of these events where we go and we hear these people talk and hear these cliches, I'm just sitting here rolling my eyes like,
yeah, I was saying yesterday too.
Okay, enough.
I mean, it sounds hypocritical because we were just panelists, but it's like, I was saying yesterday, I feel like half the time too, I go to some of these events and I'm just like, I don't see anything special about like some of the panelists. Like, no offense to them, like I mean, I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get it too. It's like if you reach a certain pinnacle of success, all right, cool. Like the multimillionaires, the multi-six-figure people, all right, cool. But it's like it'll be some people. It's just like, what they bring you here for?
Right.
But don't get me wrong. Sometimes there are some people who do resonate, though. They might give you a great speech and you might love it, but you might think like, I don't think he's a special guest. And then it's like, there'll be that one person that's like a multi-millionaire successful person and you think, oh, this is the guy I'm supposed to follow. And then they give you a shitty speech,
Right.
So, I mean, hey, more power to them, but it's really more so about what you resonate with, I would say, when it comes to those type of topics and whatnot. Because you guys know how I feel about the course sellers. You know how I feel about the influencers. You know how I feel about just anyone who can't show me proof. I don't care how you did it. Okay, cool. You could drive the best cars. You could have a nice house. But just show me how you got there. Like, I'm not asking for the source. I'm not asking for the game. Just like, show me that this is really feasible and possible and not just you got lucky.
Exactly. But everybody says the same thing. Be consistent. Keep going. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, okay.
But they never tell you diversify.
More to it.
They never tell you diversify. That's the secret. Like I could be in school for real estate, and I could learn from these whatever successful investors, agents, investors, whatever, and they'll tell me, yeah, just keep selling houses, keep flipping houses, all this stuff, but they'll never tell me the part where they took money that they put into these houses and they got into a different industry that built them even more money than what they were making in the first place. And I feel like, as a quote unquote mentor, those are things that you really gotta really specify and highlight with people, and not just feed them the same BS so they keep paying those monthly fees for your courses and your schools and all this stuff.
No,
but again, that's how they're making it, so I can't even be mad at it.
But I don't like that because
I don't either. But that's
you're not genuine. And I was watching this video where this guy was like, yo, I'm sick of the term generational wealth. And I'm like, I felt that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people really understand what it is or what it means. And it's like generational wealth is not built over time. I mean, overnight. And it's like, you're not going to see it. The people down the line, like years to come, I feel like we'll see it.
I mean, it depends. Like someone like Jay-Z, you think he doesn't have generational wealth? He's living through it.
No. He created it.
Okay.
He's created
but
it.
he's still, no, I'm saying he's still seeing it though.
No.
I feel like, no, I mean, I get what you're saying, because I feel like most of the time people say generational wealth. They feel like by the time you're so finally fully established, you're like too old to actually enjoy it.
I think him and Beyonce are establishing generational wealth down the line. Like she said something, I got 3, that's a lot of brown kids on the Forbes list, something like that. She's like, my great-grandchild is already rich.
Oh, no,
I think
of course,
that's generational wealth. I don't think he didn't have it. He started from scratch because he came from Marcy Project, so he started from scratch. I don't think he's creating it. You know, he's setting a foundation for his family.
But I feel like the reason I don't like the phrase is because you do have a lot of screw up kids.
You do have a lot of what?
Screw up kids, like kids that, you know, throw it away. Because that's the thing too. It's just like the same way you built it, you got to maintain it.
Right.
It's the same like with training, right, or working out. Same way you build that body, you gotta maintain that body.
You got to maintain it.
Right? The same way you build any skill set in life, you gotta maintain that. Because there's people that, you know, I find it funny. Riding a bike is probably the funniest one, right? Because a lot of people will say, I haven't ridden a bike in months, right, or years, whatever. They'll get on a bike and they probably could do it. All right, cool. But then it's like a lot of them really can't ride a bike because they done forgot the motor skills to their body that, you know,
I don't
with
know.
their brain.
I feel like riding a bike is one of those things you don't forget, like driving.
Well, it depends on the motor skills.
Like
sometimes you might, like, your brain might really forget how to do certain things.
But it'll click.
It might not. But there's some people.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. And I've been told, like, you can't forget how to ride a bike.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You can't.
You
I mean,
can't.
it depends to a certain extent. No. I will say this. Okay,
Unless there's something wrong with your legs. Like,
I remember I went to Paris.
You already established the balance. You have the balance. You just move your feet. Like, I don't know.
It's true, but it's like I remember I went to Paris, right? And I forgot what it's called. I think it's like the bike lane of Versailles, something like that. I forgot. But it's a place where you're supposed to ride bikes. And I was scared, because I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, this was what? I think it was my junior, sophomore year. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I haven't ridden a bike in like 2 years. And I was really scared, because I'm like, yo, I'm going to keep busting my ass. And like, everybody's going to keep laughing at me.
You telling yourself that. Like,
I got on the bike. I ain't gonna lie. I was able to ride the bike, but I couldn't turn. Like, every time I tried to turn,
How old are you?
I was like 14, 15,
At that
16.
big age, can't ride a bike.
Nah, that's the thing. I used to always ride my bike. I used to go everywhere with my bike. That's the crazy part. Like, I used to go all through Crown Heights on my bike. Even when I moved like over by like Georgetown and whatnot, I was riding all through Georgetown on the bike. But then it's like, I got to France. I took like a year or 2 off not riding a bike, and it's like I couldn't ride a bike. Because like I said, sometimes you forget the motor skills. So it's like, it's all about maintaining it.
That's true.
Maybe I mean, I get it's the school year or whatnot, but if I was outside every weekend on a bike, I'm sure I would have been perfectly fine riding a bike. But, you know, that's just the simplest example of how it gets. Yeah. So I forgot, there was one thing I wanted to touch on too. I have everything, yeah, I do. Oh yeah, so going back to the topic on like just rich people doing too much, let's look at, what's his name, Zion Williamson. The basketball player. All right, so basically, well, I mean, not specifically Zion Williamson. He's the one who has the porn star that's like going crazy on Twitter.
Oh, that crazy lady.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm like.
And it's not even like, let's not even say this is Zion himself. This is a lot of athletes. Not even athletes, celebrities in general that be in these situations. It's like you got people just like airing your dirty laundry out, and you just. It kind of just goes back to what we were saying earlier with the submarine people. It's like, bro, like, all this money, it's like, you just be bored. Like,
right.
Just doing mad
and
nonsense.
What you choose to do. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, she's crazy.
And it's crazy, too, 'cause I feel like for athletes, it's like, bro, like, I feel like when you, I mean, of course, I can't speak on it because I'm not a rich multi-millionaire or whatever, but I feel like when you get to a certain point, it's like, can you really sit there and just be like, you know, yeah, I have money now, I could have fun. Because there's people who get money and now they just strictly serious, I seen it through the IMO phase, right? People get a certain amount of money and now it's like, no, money comes first. Like, engaged. Then there were other people who it's like, all right, I got the money now. I'm about to,
It
you
needs to be
know,
a
mess with mad
balance.
girls, and I'm about to party every weekend and stuff. And those people went broke. But
But
I
then
feel like with a lot of these celebrities or whatnot, I feel like for me, I
they
feel like
probably,
it's easy for me to say because I haven't gotten there yet. But I feel like there's gonna be a certain level where I feel like I can control like I can have a balance to it. I'm not gonna be
right.
trying to party every weekend. I'm not gonna be excessively horny trying to mess with every girl that come my way. Like I'm not gonna be on that. But I feel like a lot of these celebrities, that's what they're on. And I feel like with the athletes, like y'all was getting, I mean, shit. I guess some of them probably weren't, but y'all were getting all these girls back in high school, back in college. It's like now y'all chasing porn stars, and I'm just like, eh.
It's because they got money and they can do what they want.
No, that's what I'm saying. I understand
Like-
that, but I just feel like just I'm thinking of the schedule. It's like you got practice, you gotta wake up early in the morning, you got practice, you got film sessions, you got weightlifting, all this team stuff. It's like I don't even have the time to even be outside.
Some of them like it. Like they like. Some
I got
of them
games.
like the mess.
I got practice.
Like the drama. Listen, I don't know. I think some of them like it.
Like-
They like the mix. I think they like the mix up.
Like, if
and
I-
not just them, like, men in general.
Nah,
I be
if
like,
I was in
y'all
NBA,
like-
you'd
y'all
probably
love
see me like
drama.
once a month outside. That's it. I'd probably be in the gym all the time.
You say that now.
Like I said,
mean-
it's easier for me to say, but
Right.
hey, when I guarantee you that would be my plan if I really wanted to, harvest my craft and whatnot.
If I was rich, I don't even know what I would do.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be very family oriented though.
I would just be traveling, just going everywhere.
Yeah, I'd be traveling too, but I feel like it depends. Like whatever age I would have had kids at, or even if I didn't have kids, I guess I'd still be like taking
yeah.
care of like my my sister, stuff like that. Like sending her money, go fly out, whatever, do what she want to do. My cousins, all that. I would be taking them places. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I wouldn't be out here so distracted on celebrities who didn't care about me a year prior to me obtaining this success.
No,
Not even a year, a month.
Right.
So that's just me. But yeah, rich people, I don't know. Y'all gotta stop telling us what to do if y'all doing fuckery. Excuse my language. That's
Going on a submarine. Yo, my
Yeah.
dad was so mad. He was so mad at typical West Indian parent, just watching CNN all day about the submarine, just mad. I'm like, what are you getting mad for? Like, you're not in the submarine. I'm just like, I don't care. I don't feel bad for them. Like what they say, stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Y'all win a stupid prize. Like, why? Like, why?
It is
Y'all
what it
did
is.
this unprovoked. It probably would have been safer for them to go to space, honestly. You don't hear too much about spaceships blowing up like that.
Yeah, but you see now, if the spaceship blows up, we're gonna be back here. We're gonna be like, as a rich person, why are you going out of space?
Well, it would make sense because well, my aunt is a travel agent, and she was like, no, they're starting, like she was in this training seminar. She was like, people are starting to go to space now. They was preparing her on how to sell trips to outer space. I was like, what? She was like, yeah.
Yeah. Like I
She
said,
was like,
it's-
that's the new thing. Rich people, they go into space now. And even if it's for like a day or something, it's not that long. Like they go up and come back down.
You know, we're starting to see that a lot too, like stuff like that, downtown Brooklyn, like everywhere that's getting gentrified. We're starting to see stuff like that, like where it's like you're starting to see things that you probably didn't even think existed. Like for example, axe throwing. I'm sure axe throwing has probably been around for
What's it- what you
decades.
said?
Axe throwing.
What is that? Oh, axe throwing?
Yeah, like I'm sure it's been
Oh,
around
yeah.
for decades, but it's like I never seen anything like that in New York until like justification became a thing. Now it's like, the places where it used to be like a lot of like skate rinks and stuff like that become all these places where you got axe throwing, you got golf. I mean, golf's obviously been a big sport, but like you're seeing these things come into the neighborhoods that you never even thought
Right.
would have been possible. So like it's interesting.
No,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah, but going
Oh, wait, one more thing, because we was talking about different things and rich people. The flying car. We about to be in the Jetsons.
they have flying cars already.
They have there's a tire manufacturer. He created a flying car and he's testing it. Like they're testing it. And
I mean, I've seen
pre-orders-
that coming though.
Pre-orders are going out. And my
I knew it
father
was
was
gonna
like,
happen.
I wish we could just fly. I'm like,
Think
we're
about it.
living
We
in
have
the,
planes.
You ever watch the Jetsons as a kid? I'm like, so
Air traffic's gonna be hilarious though.
No, I'm scared like a car's just gonna just drop out the sky.
Yeah, That's why I'm just like, it's crazy.
No,
Like
I don't
imagine
think
running
that's
from the
safe.
air police, right? And you try to land and they see where you're landing at. Like, where do you think you're going?
So NYPD is gonna have flying cars now.
Shit, I mean, listen, ask Eric Adams, man. You know,
Nah,
he's the
y'all leave my son Eric
mastermind.
alone.
He's the mastermind.
Leave
What? Man, he's gonna be flying to every country. You think he's outside now? He's gonna be flying to different states, countries, and coming back the same day.
So you think traffic is gonna be better on the sky or on land?
On land. Because that's the thing, everybody's going to fly, so the streets are gonna be empty.
But I wonder if like you need a special license to fly. So or you could just get in your
yeah,
car.
they'll definitely have that. Because the
Yeah.
same way you gotta have a license to drive a car or a motorcycle. What do
a
you think,
flying car. That's wild to me. We don't need flying cars in New York City.
Nah, we don't.
And they don't need them in Florida either. New York City and Florida don't need flying cars.
But again, we'll leave that for the rich. When we get there, we'll talk to our fellow rich compeers about that. Is that even a
I
word?
can see like
Is
somebody gonna fly their car to the Empire State
right?
Building.
That's the word, companions.
There's gonna be mad accident. I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't think it's a good idea.
Nah.
Like this place is so unhinged. New York is like such a unreal place. Somebody gonna boom crash their car into the Empire State Building.
Nah.
Boom, Statue of Liberty. Boom, Brooklyn. I don't know. This is gonna be like Final Destination. I'm telling you, the flying cars is such a bad idea. I think I should take that back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so like let's go to the other spectrum. So we spoke on the rich people. Now let's speak on the other side of the spectrum,
What,
right?
the poor folks?
Yeah. I don't like to say
The,
stuff like that. But
Rich, poor. I mean, that's the two spectrums.
Yeah. All right. So yeah.
Lower class?
Yeah.
Better? Lower class.
Yeah,
Low
like
class.
The lower. Let's say low. Lower, not low. Lower.
Lower
Anyways,
class.
yeah, let's get to that side, all right? So this has been this big debate. I mean, I'm starting to see it calm down now, but it was trending for a while. And I actually did want to speak about it when it was hot at the time. But I mean, I guess by the time everybody hears our opinions on this, it's going to be a topic of the past. Who knows? We might make it lit again. People could start arguing on it. So, Taylor, is Applebee's a valid date?
Say it again?
Is Applebee's a valid date?
Absolutely not. The food is always cold. The food is cold. That's not a valid reason?
No, that's a valid reason.
The food is always cold at Applebee's. There's not one Applebee's I went to where my food was piping hot. And I've been going to Applebee's a lot. I used to like to go a lot when I was a kid. The food is cold. That microwave food. If somebody took me there, I would honestly be offended.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'd be offended too.
I would be offended.
I'd be offended because I'm just like, guys, the thing too is just like, we already see like what inflation's been doing on food. So it's like, bro, you already know food's expensive. You don't want to spend a little bit on me? Like, I'm not, like, come on. I'm not like, ladies, I'm not that special for y'all to be throwing me a little salmon out there, like good quality salmon.
Of, like little restaurants you could go to that's in the same, has good quality food, good drinks, that's within the same price range as Applebee's. Applebee's ain't that cheap. They don't have no more 2 for $20.
I feel like that's just something for the bros. Like that's something you can just go with your friends, like, you know.
Or like you shopping, like you hungry. All right, let me go to Applebee's.
Let me just stop.
Real quick.
Like the same way people be like, let me just go pull over at McDonald's. It's like I'll probably treat it the same way.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing with me. I just like I've always been somebody that's like always. I like to treat special people in my life in a special way. So it's like, you know, my family, I'm not doing that for them. A girl I like, I'm not doing that for them. I'm gonna give them above and beyond. I'm gonna go all out for them. You know, I'm gonna be better for them.
I'm not gonna lie, my friends know not to ask me if I'm gonna go to Applebee's. They know not to ask me.
I mean, I go with my friend, but it's the thing. I do have bougie friends that I know for a fact are gonna say no off rip. So I'm not gonna take them.
Point to me?
I mean, you're one of those. I ain't gonna hold you, but that's not the point though. I'm just saying though. Like I just know it's like for certain people, it's like all right, we could do that. Certain people can't do that. I'm just more concerned though. Why did that become a trend though? Like who made that debate a trend though? That's kind of what I know. I don't know where it came from. Nah, you know, I think it came from like the podcasters, like that one guy who commented on our post the other day with his long sob story of a definition of what makes us different. I don't know. I feel like he was picking on us.
We're not even gonna give him no attention.
Nah, he has. Trust me, he has whatever K followers on Instagram. He's good.
That's fine.
He has his attention.
I didn't even have the mental capacity to entertain that the other day. I'm like,
one of those 50-50 debate Instagram. I mean, podcast.
But
those, as a man you should, as a female you should. I mean, as a woman you should, as a
as a
male
man, you should not ask me if I want to go to Applebee's. How about that?
Yeah, let's see what everybody think about that one. I ain't gonna lie, we might. I'm telling you, we might spark that conversation back up to where everybody starts arguing.
You're gonna take that. You're gonna take that piece I just said and make it real.
We gonna make that a real.
You're gonna have people attacking me. You're gonna have all the 50-50 men attacking me. I'm gonna be like, listen, I ain't for you. Then go somewhere else. But I mean, I'm a person.
Now you gotta have the pick me ladies too. They're gonna be coming for you.
I don't care.
They'd be like,
let me
I'm
tell
better
you
than
something.
her. I would have said yes.
I don't care. And that's good. Then you go with the 50-50 man. I'm a person, I've been going a lot of places since I was a kid. So I'm used to going to
Likewise.
certain restaurants. Like,
Exactly.
get whatever you want. You want lobster? You can have a lobster. My mother be like, don't be going out with your godparents ordering no lobster. They be like, have whatever you want. So, I mean, if I met somebody, I'm going to let, but they're going to know a frip. Like, listen, this is what I'm used to. So, and hey, if you used to go to Applebee's, I mean, I think it all depends on the person. It all depends on the person. No shade. No, yes, shade. Y'all like cold food. These are the people that want to go to Applebee's.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. I feel like, especially being West Indian, I feel like it's funny. It's funny to say. I feel like being West Indian, we're so used to we're used to Applebee's. It's not Applebee's. You all know what it is?
What?
Oxtail Rasta pasta.
Rasta pasta is a new thing, though.
Nah, I feel like no. And what I'm trying to say,
wait, like in terms of dating.
Yeah, I feel like in the West Indian community, it's like yeah. I mean, of course, oxtail costs more than anything at Applebee's. I'm sure you show that. But I feel like it's just so it's so played out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody always want to go out for oxtail. They never want to like actually do stuff. Like then we starting to sound like these relationship podcasts. But no,
Right.
nonetheless
I mean,
though.
we can talk about something different.
Nonetheless though, it's just like I feel like everybody's so like, into this whole like, oxtail this, oxtail that. It's
I
just like,
can't. Oxtail pizza. My cousins.
first of all, I don't even
like
like oxtail.
They didn't
in
like
general.
it. They didn't like the
I
pizza
get heat for it.
is an Italian dish, and I'm very particular
Ross is
about my
observing us
food.
crazy right now.
Pizza
Ross
is
like
an
they did what?
Italian dish. Why y'all oxtailing pizza? Why y'all oxtailing pizza?
They're gonna oxtail
Oxtail
croissants
don't belong on pizza.
They're gonna oxtail croissants too. They're gonna
Pepperoni.
come for the French.
Pepperoni goes on pizza. Marinara sauce, basil, mozzarella. Not no oxtail. It just looked like a stomach ache ready to happen. Like
Dog's dinner.
it's-
That's
Yeah,
why.
no, that's
They
exactly
always
what
be
I
calling
wouldn't
it
even feed
dog's
that to my
dinner.
dog. Why are you putting oxtail on pizza? And they was like, it
Curry
wasn't like
shrimp
it wasn't
on pizza?
seasoned well. My cousins
Curry
they didn't
shrimp
like
does
it.
not go on pizza.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen that too.
Y'all like to do experiments with your stomachs, and I don't like that at all. Pizza
like I said,
is an
they just
Italian
play it out.
dish. Italian stuff should go on pizza.
Have you seen like oxtail mac and cheese stuff
Now,
like
I had
that?
it one place at this place called Charm. It was really good. That
No, but
oxtail
it's
is
like-
good. Oxtail mac and cheese is good. I mean, because you eat oxtail and mac. If you go to a Jamaican restaurant, you might order oxtail with mac and cheese.
Yeah, but it's just the way they make the mac and cheese. Like I see oxtail mac and cheese, and they're giving you like Kraft mac and cheese with oxtail on top. I think that's just
Oh
insulting.
no! What did
That's,
you? No.
no, I'm not saying. Well, that's the thing. I don't like oxtail anyway, so I'm not ordering that. I'm just
Right.
saying I'll look at some people's plates like when they go out to eat. I'm like, bro, they gave you Kraft mac and cheese with oxtail on top. Like that's insulting. I would have just left.
Yeah. This is science to macaroni and cheese, and not everybody make a good macaroni and cheese.
Well, Taylor, what did we learn here? Well, if I could tell you
And
what I
don't take
learned,
me to Applebee's.
exactly,
If you're
that's what I
watching
learned.
this, do not take me to Applebee's.
I learned that if I think somebody is special, I'm gonna treat them that way. So
Yes.
I'm not gonna give them below standards. I'm gonna save my money and take them somewhere nice and not Applebee's.
And don't settle for Applebee's.
I ain't gonna lie, if
Let 'em know
Applebee's
you're
come
not
through with a
an Applebee's
lawsuit,
girl.
Applebee's, y'all come for us with a lawsuit for defamation or whatever, just know it's all love.
No.
We're
This
joking.
is a customer review.
We're joking.
Y'all keep giving cold food. No, they do. And I send it back. I'm like, this is cold.
Actually, yeah, it is a customer review.
No, this is a
Facts,
customer review.
facts.
This is the honest review. You give cold food. I
Fair
don't,
enough.
and I've learned from my father, because he'll send back cold food in a minute. Like, no, this is cold. It doesn't make sense at all. Why is any restaurant serving cold food? That's a big pet peeve of mine. My food should be piping hot. I need trying to eat it. Like, it should be like that.
Yeah. Well, y'all know.
Take them somewhere nice. There's a lot
Fellas.
of black-owned restaurants in Brooklyn now because of gentrification. That could be a nice first date for somebody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I work on Wall Street, and it's like when Jamrock is in town, like the lines are amazing because it's like there's so many people who's not used to Jamaican food versus like a couple West Indians out there. So it's like it's a good mix. Seeing everybody so like excited and like so intrigued on what's to offer and whatnot.
And people's like so intrigued with oxtail. I'm like, my dad made oxtail so much. Like oxtail was just like whatever.
Yeah,
to
man.
us. Like,
I'm the one person that's gonna get bashed on social media for saying I don't like oxtail. I do already, so
you're like
it is
the
what
only West Indian that don't like oxtail.
It is what it is. It is what it
I
is.
was so confused when you told me that. I don't like oxtail.
Yeah, but y'all seen what's cooking with Applebees. Y'all see what's cooking with oxtail. Y'all see what's cooking with the submarine people. Y'all see what's cooking with Zion Williamson. Y'all see what's cooking with us.
And Shein.
And Shein.
I didn't know Shein
But
could
you know
be
y'all didn't
RICO.
see what's cooking with? Eric Adams, because he won a podcast called What's Cooking and he didn't come to ours. And I'm still feel away about that.
Wait, what?
There's a cooking channel called What's Cooking. Like when you search What's Cooking, I see the first thing you see is us, and then you see that other one. And the video that you see for them is the Eric Adams one. I'm just like, wow.
Now you want Eric Adams to come up here?
Nah, actually, nah. I mean, I do, but I kind of don't. I do because I want to ask him like, what we doing afterwards, like party wise, like if there's a party after. But
But why do people think
I
Eric
don't
Adams
because-
don't do his job?
I don't because I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's certain like boundaries that like somebody in like politics like him can't really be doing. Like if he's on a podcast up here talking about oxtail, I'm sure people gonna look at him like. Can't take this man seriously, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think people
Depends
are a little
on what
harsh
we
on
talk
him
about with
because
him.
he's black. That's how I feel.
Nah, it's because he parties too much. I never seen no political official of any background.
But you got to think about it, right? A political person, right? They go to different circles. So Eric Adams, they get invited to these circles. So with Eric Adams being a black mayor, of course black celebrities are going to invite him places. This is not the first time.
I didn't see Obama outside. That's what I'm gonna say. Obama used to go to basketball games. That's it.
Obama was the president. I mean, but they still invite. You can see Obama taking pictures with rappers and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, but
they
that's
invited him.
that's when they come to the White House or something.
But Obama has a bigger job. The president
That is
is
true.
more exclusive than the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you Bill de Blasio was invited to places by other celebrities.
Yeah, he probably said no.
How you know?
Because
But it's
I feel
not-
like we would have seen it by now. People have been like, De Blasio over here making us go to school in 5-degree weather, but he here at a party. Like,
But I feel like, because, I don't know, I do feel like people are more harsh on Eric Adams because he's black. It's like, oh, look at him. What are you doing? What you did? But he's still doing his job.
is he?
And then, first of all, this
I
city...
don't know, them
he
speed
just
cameras
became
got turned
mayor.
off, man.
This city was
Turn off those speed
mess.
cameras and we won't have an issue no more, man.
This city was a mess before he got here. That's like the same thing with Obama, right? People was blaming Obama for a lot
that
of
is true,
things,
though. I ain't gonna lie.
right? But he came into a mess.
He did.
So like New York City, the crime. Everybody like, oh, Eric Adams with the crime. He can't change the crime overnight. New York City has been lawless forever. My father keeps saying crime before Eric Adams was in office, because my dad used to be a cop. He was like, crime is going back up to what it used to be like in the 80s and the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an Eric Adams problem. That's a New York City problem. I think things like on this, like the state got to come down and fix things on the city level with New York City, because things is like with guns and stuff. First of all, guns is just an American problem, right? If you want to talk about it. Guns are too accessible everywhere in the 50 states. Everywhere. There's no reason everyone has such easy access to a gun. That ain't Eric Adams' fault.
Shit, even kids.
Huh?
Even kids.
Right. We gotta prepare, like as a teacher, we gotta prepare the kids of what happens if somebody comes to shoot up a school. That ain't an Eric Adams problem.
No.
That's a country.
That's always been
That's
wrong.
a federal problem. So that's something they have to figure out. But people just see the small picture. Oh, well, he's here, but guess what? They're probably gonna do it to the next person. They did the same with the thing with de Blasio, blaming him for stuff that he had nothing to do. That's just what people do. And you're just blaming somebody because they there. And you don't know nothing. Yeah, I think he does his job. He settled contracts for everybody. And people who work for the city, they was like, yo, this is the fastest somebody ever settled the contracts. So the people that work for the city, they loving Eric Adams right now. My cop friends, they loving Eric Adams. They settled that thing and they got something
That
called
is true.
retro.
I did hear
They
that.
got retro pay. So people's getting checks with thousands of dollars
That they're
because
owed.
they settled the contract and raised their pay. The teachers too, they settled the contract. So, hey, people who work for the city is loving him.
Nah, for a fact.
And I think it's a lot of it is ignorance. Like, you don't even know what you're mad at. You just mad.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Those videos are funny though. When I
Right.
see
I mean,
people
they are
like,
funny.
Eric Adams, why you outside? Like even what's his name? Sean Wayne's, the Wayne brothers. It's Sean or Marlon, one of them. Sean. Yeah, I think it's Sean. Sean was the silly one, right? The goofy one.
I don't know. I just know
I
they both.
remember
I think they both funny.
He did an interview with Eric Adams. He asked her, he's like, yo, why? So I hear you always at the club and shit. What's going on with that? I was just like, yo.
And then it's like,
If you got
enjoy
celebrities making jokes like this, then I don't know.
I mean, I think because you see it so much, but like at the end of the day, he's still a working person. So why he can't go out on his time off?
I guess people expect him to be
everybody has
Superman
a-
and be
right.
on the scene 24/7.
I think when you have these people in these powerful positions and even celebrities and when they get to these certain
Superman, that's funny.
levels in life, right? Everyone feels like they have to act a certain way, but they all human.
Mm-hmm.
Their title is just a little different, but like he want to be at Juve, he want to be at the club, and he's still getting his job
Juve,
done.
I don't know about
I mean,
that.
listen, I don't care. I feel like if somebody's still getting their job done, who cares what they do afterwards? But I mean, yes, you should move a certain way. You shouldn't be at everything, but hey, he functions with celebrities and other people of a certain stature. So is he really moving crazy?
You tell me.
Do you see him at your local party? Do you see Eric Adams at your local party?
I ain't gonna lie. There's been parties that I was supposed to be at that I heard he ended up being at. So yes, he came to my church too.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna lie. He came to my church. That's the only time I ever met him.
I mean, I think my father knows him knows him. He helped my dad with something like back in the day.
Well, hopefully he could pull those strings, and we'll see our boy up here.
He looked out for my dad. So like people in my family, they know him or like know of him, but like he's from around here. So,
No, of course, he's from Brownsville.
Yeah, he's from here. So I mean, I'm not surprised that he be going to certain spots because it's like, yeah, I'm the mayor, but I ain't really changed.
That's
I'm
true.
still
When
pop
you look
out.
at
I'm
it that
still
way, that's
show
true.
up. I'm gonna still support. Like I think I don't know. He gives like down to earth vibes to me because he's still around, like in the mix with his people. Like,
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll see him up here soon, because right now we're out of time, and
Alright.
we're just like that. You see what's cooking with us and all the people that we spoke about. And if there was one thing I could leave you guys with, it's stay out of rich people business, because they're gonna do the dumb stuff, but they still got the money to make up for it. We can't. And for those who want to go to Applebees, y'all could go for the half off after 10, but don't take a shorty with you. Go with the bros.
Yeah, don't
And
take
just
me.
like that, we out.